Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of How the Cookie Crumbles. Crumble cookies for the week of April 18th, and this is the lineup. I have 3 out of the 4, so I filled it in with a chocolate chip cookie. I picked them up. Sorry I'm a day late, but super excited to do this tasting of the cookies and giving them my opinion and rating. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being here. If you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and the like button. And let's get on to tasting some of these cookies. Hi everyone, welcome back to How the Cookie Crumbles. I am a day late. I'm so sorry. Between Easter and me just getting back into town, I was exhausted and I just could not get out of my pajamas yesterday to go get cookies. So it was also my anniversary, so we went to dinner last night, so I grabbed the cookies on the way home from then and from there, and then thought, see, I told you I'm tired, that I would do the cookies this morning. So I look a bit tired because I am a bit tired. I'm a bit worn out, but I got to sleep in a little bit today, so that was great. So I was really excited to try 3 of the flavors this week because the 4th one was a repeat, Snickerdoodle. And I just didn't really, when I got the Snickerdoodle, I think I even said it in the video. I mean, it's a Snickerdoodle cookie, yeah. I just didn't want to pay that much for a Snickerdoodle. So I wanted something that was a little bit more fun. So this week, I decided to get the other 3, which is the Boston cream pie. I think that's what it is. Hold on, let me go down there. So we have the Boston cream pie. There's their regular chocolate chip, their signature chocolate chip. Now, it's not warm for me because they sat overnight, but that's okay. This is called caramel cake. And then we have the red velvet white chip, which I love red velvet, but I am not a super fan, which I've told you in the past, of white chocolate chips. It's just not my thing. I'm gonna adjust my camera here for a second. Okay. It's just not my thing. So, I mean, I would have liked the red velvet maybe with dark chocolate chips or even milk chocolate chips would have been good. Semi-sweet, any of them. But I'm sure it's good with the white. They're just not my favorite thing. I do have a little bit of a story before we get started, and I will keep this short and sweet. Ha! No pun intended. Anyway, we went to our Crumble, and our Crumble is fairly new. It's been open, I believe, since January, the end of January, beginning of February, so not super long. And I've always had really good service in there. I was disappointed a couple times, as I showed you in my video about the cookies, like the peanut butter, which is my absolute favorite, was like the whole top was like kind of just ripped off of it. I think that has a lot to do with the market of people that they can get employed right now. But it was not a very nice story yesterday, so I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't have another Crumble to go to, so if I'm going to continue this series, I have to go to that one. But I went in there, I got my cookies, I ordered them. There was nobody in there. There was like one other person waiting for cookies. And so I ordered my box of 4 and I did it on the little kiosk computer thing on the side. And they got them out to me pretty quickly. And when she opened the box, it was kind of quick because we were in a hurry going to dinner. And I was like, yeah. So I got out to the car and I opened the box and I'm like, okay, this Boston cream pie cookie has like no cream in the middle. Like it's mostly cookie. That's kind of a ripoff. So my husband kept saying, take it back. And I'm like, no, I don't want to take it back. I don't want to cause a problem. So he said, then fine, I'm taking it back. These cookies are way too expensive to have a cookie that basically is supposed to have stuff in it that has hardly anything in the middle. So he went back in. And I waited. And actually it was so funny because at this time, I kid you not, probably 10 people poured in after I walked out the door. So then they were busy. And this was like at 7 o'clock last night. So he comes back out and he's shaking his head and he's like, I would never go back in there again. And I said, well, I have to. So I asked him what happened and he said he went back in and he very nicely said to the boy, because it was a boy, at the front register, at the only register, you know, is there any way we could get a little bit more filling in this cookie? Because there's not very much, and these are, you know, they're kind of expensive to not have the filling in them. And the kid just stared at him. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? And my husband's like, well, can you put more filling in the cookie or give me another cookie that has more filling? So he kind of argued back and forth with this boy, because again, he's a boy. And finally, the kid takes the cookies and he turns around, and the girl looks at him, that's like, because there's several employees, as you all know, looks at him and says, just fill the cookie. Just go fill the cookie for him. So my husband proceeds to watch this boy in the background take a tub of chocolate, or it looks like it's a chocolate ganache, and just like coat the center of this cookie with chocolate. Now, anybody that knows Boston cream pie, which I do because it's my daughter's favorite, knows that the whole part of Boston cream pie isn't necessarily the chocolate, but the filling or the custard that's in the middle. So he's watching this kid put the chocolate all around the cookie. Now, somehow this boy proceeded to get chocolate all over his hands as he's filling this cookie. And my husband goes, he's not going to do this. Well, he shuts the box with chocolate all over his hands and proceeds to cover my crumble box in chocolate. And so my husband looked at him and he goes, he better not try to hand that back to me. So he walks over and he tries to hand my husband the box. He goes, here you go. And my husband looked at me and goes, can I have some napkins or something? I need to wipe this box off. There's chocolate all over it. The kid goes, we don't have napkins here. He goes, you don't have napkins? He goes, no. He goes, well, do you have a towel or something in the back that we could wipe the box down with because it's covered in chocolate? Now, in the meantime, remember, I told you 10 other people at least walked in the store, and they are all watching this. And a lady in the background goes, I can't believe they're trying to give him a box covered in chocolate. That's what my husband heard this lady say. And so the kid, my husband goes, you don't have a towel in the back? And the kid goes, no, we don't. And he goes, well, what? He goes, I can't take it. He goes, I have to put this in my car. I'm not going to put this in my car. And it's covered in chocolate. And the kid looks him in the eye and says, I don't know what to tell you, man. Well, my husband is a customer service manager for a builder in town. And so that was definitely not the best thing to say to him. He goes, you don't know what to tell me? He goes, well, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to either go clean off this box for me or you're going to give me a new box. And the kid kind of got an attitude and turned around and walked away. And then another girl that was very nice came out with a new box of cookies. So that's my story yesterday at our crumble cookie. And really disappointed because so far since I've been there, it's been the best service. I don't know who this boy is. I don't know if he's new. I don't know if he doesn't like his job. I don't know what it is, but that's a good way to deter people from going to your business when you're paying $15 for 4 cookies. So a little disappointed. So I'm praying that the cookies will change my mind so that we, so I don't feel like I don't need to go back, because I'd actually like to do a testing or tasting of the ice cream as well. So couldn't do it yesterday because we were going to dinner, so the ice cream would have never made it, but I do want to sample their ice cream on here as well. Okay, so with that all said, you've got my story. I know what the chocolate chip tastes like, but I will still do it on here because I don't think I've done that yet. I think I'm going to try the caramel cake because it doesn't have chocolate. It's the only one with no chocolate in it. So you see, it's got this like hard, it's almost like a caramel ganache, I think, because it's kind of hard, or icing. It looks like it's basically just a sugar cookie with this caramel icing on it. Probably not one of my favorite looking cookies that they have, but we'll see how it tastes. I would have preferred a caramel cake cookie to actually have this plus a caramel drizzle on top, because caramel is one of my favorite toppings. So little disappointed that it doesn't have like a caramel drizzle or something to make it fancy and worth a $5 cookie. So let's test it out and see what it tastes like. Maybe the taste will deceive me. Okay, so you can see that's a really big piece. I'm not gonna eat that big of a piece, but that's the inside of the cookie, pretty much like the other ones, very soft. It feels like it's crunchy on the outside, and then again with this hard which it probably wasn't hard when I got it last night, but it's hard today. So I'm gonna break this in half because my daughter and I walked 2 miles yesterday with our dogs. I almost died, and I used to walk 6 miles a day, and I haven't walked in so long, and my body shows it. So anyway, let's taste this cookie. Topping is a bit sweet. That caramel, whatever that stuff is on top. I thought it was like a ganache, but to me it looks more like it's like a powdered sugar, like an icing that you would get like on cinnamon rolls, but it's got like a caramely type flavor to it. So texture of the cookie is really good. The taste of the cookie without the topping is really good. I'm assuming it's a sugar cookie, maybe a sugar cookie with a twist. Buttery, soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. It's a good cookie. It's a cookie. It's a really good cookie. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad cookie. But I would say if you really wanted to impress me, because I do make cake and you're calling it a caramel cake cookie, that you have a cakey cookie with a real frosting on top and some caramel drizzle. To me, that's what a caramel cake would be. This is more of a sugar cookie with a powdered sugar caramely frosting thing on top. And I know it's supposed to be served, I believe this one is supposed to be served warm. It's not warm. I could heat it up, but still I don't think it would change my mind. So I'm not super impressed with the caramel cookie. I mean, you want to impress me, put some nice frosting on it and a caramel drizzle, and we will call that caramel cake. This does not remind me of caramel cake at all. Not at all. So I would probably give this cookie maybe a 7 out of a 10 because the cookie itself is really good. I don't care for the topping and I don't care for the way they put things together. So probably not one of my favorite cookies of all time, that's for sure. This one is still better than that Oreo milkshake one I had, and I don't know if it was just my store or what, like I told you, but that Oreo milkshake one was so dry and gross, I could never eat it again. This one that's probably my least favorite. This is my second to least favorite. So again, not that it's a bad cookie. If you like a sugar cookie that has like a icing on top that's supposed to resemble caramel, then you will like it. But to me, being a baker, that is not a caramel cake good representation on a cookie. That's just my opinion, but that's all right. Okay, let's move on. So I think right now I'm going to try the red velvet with the white chocolate chips, as you can see. Again, this one is supposed to be served warm, I believe, but I do not have it warm because it had to sit out all night and I didn't heat it up. So we're gonna go ahead and this is a good size cookie. In my last box that they replaced my red velvet cookie, no, my chocolate chip cookie was really small. And then when they replaced it, this one's a little bit better. It's a little bit bigger, but anyway, I don't know. They were having some kind of malfunction yesterday. So I'm gonna break off a piece. Again, too big of a piece, but I wanna show you the inside of the cookie. You can see it's red velvet. You can see those chips, see the chips at the bottom. So, I mean, it looks good so far. So let's give it a try. I should probably have my coffee to sip in between here. It definitely tastes like red velvet. I mean, I've made a lot of red velvet cake in my life. So it definitely tastes like red velvet. It's a soft cookie. I bet you warm it would be really good. Again, I don't like white chocolate chips. So if they were warm, maybe I'd like them a little bit better, but kind of a crunchy outside, not as crunchy as the other one. It's a good cookie. I don't think it's anything to write home about. It's better than the caramel cake cookie, I think. So I would probably give this one an 8 out of 10. Anybody that likes red velvet will love this. Anybody that likes white chocolate chips or white chocolate will love this. To me, it's a red velvet cookie. So that one, an 8 out of 10. Now, I'll try the chocolate chip. And I know what these taste like warm, and they're good. I love how thick their chocolate chip cookies are. They're nice, cakey thick. This one's, I don't know what I'm looking for. You know what? I better get my coffee. Hold, please. Okay. Took a drink of coffee, cleansed my palate of the white chocolate that I just ate. And I was working on this chocolate chip cookie. So they're usually bigger than this. This one's really not super big. I make mine about this big at home. So not super impressed with the size of this cookie. I do like the thickness of this cookie. And I wish I would have heated it up so I could have it warm, because there's nothing better than a warm chocolate chip cookie. Nothing. I already knew it was good. Super good chocolate chip cookie. Definitely beats a Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookie. And I used to love her cookies. I don't know about you, but do you remember going to the malls in the food court and there was always a Mrs. Fields there? Made all these different cookies you could get, but chocolate chip was like their signature. Okay, so their chocolate chip cookie is definitely a 10 out of 10. Great flavor, great texture, yummy chocolate chips. Size on this batch. Now, you know, all batches seem to be different. This batch is a little bit weak on the size because it's just not very big for what you're paying for these cookies. And I usually see them much bigger than this. So a little disappointed on the size, but the flavor, the taste, everything about the chocolate chip cookie is amazing. So I will give that one a 10 out of 10. All right, one more. I saved the best for last, hopefully. Okay, there's my Boston cream. Now you can see, like, even this one's not filled all the way to the sides, but I kid you not, the one that I got, that my husband took back, there was like a blob right in the center and everything else was cookie. So I was a bit disappointed. There is nothing, I don't think, in this world that's gonna beat the lemon cookie or that key lime pie cookie. Those two by far are my favorite cookies that they made so far. My husband, we pulled up, he goes, "Are you getting some of those lemon cookies?" I go, "I can't. They don't have any this week." They had carrot cake, but that was my least favorite cookie last week. So no lemon. I can't wait for lemon to come back. Again, lemon, key lime pie, those were flipping amazing. So little disappointed in their fillage of these cookies, but this one is way, way, way better than the one I had. So I'm gonna break a piece off. This one's really soft, so I'm trying to be careful. I'm gonna, I'm making a mess out of it. A big mess. Okay, there you go. See the cream and the cookie and then the chocolate ganache on top. It's a really super soft cookie. This one is served chilled, so I'm doing good with this one. And there's my piece that I stuck my thumb in. How do you like that? So I get that. Oh my gosh. Does anybody like the cream-filled donuts at the donut shop that have chocolate on top? So you can't go with that little bit of cream in there because that is the whole cookie, is the cream in the middle. Not even the chocolate so much, but the cream in the middle. I'm in heaven. All right. This is definitely my favorite cookie out of this lineup. Super soft, super delicious. I don't believe that this one is overly sweet. It's got a good amount of sweetness, but that cream in the center, I gotta get some more on my cookie, sorry. The cream in the center, and that chocolate ganache on top. They didn't overdo it with the chocolate ganache. Now, if I got the last box that the kid poured all the chocolate ganache in the center, I would have had too much chocolate. But this one has the right amount of chocolate. And I don't know, it's just got a super yummy flavor. You can taste a hint of salt in it, in the cookie itself. If you like donuts like I do, and you like the cream filled with the chocolate on top donut, you're gonna love this cookie. That cookie, my friends, is a 10 out of 10. Amazing. My daughter said, Mom, make sure you save me some to taste when I get home, because I told them all last night, I go, don't touch my cookies. Don't get up in the middle of the night and touch my cookies. Now that I've taken a bite out of all of them, they're allowed to touch them. Wow, that is a super good cookie. That definitely ranks in with the other two that I like at the top, which is, again, the key lime pie and the lemon one we had last week. Oh, OMG, yum. Those were so good. I never did go back and get more, so I'll have to wait till they come out again, but that was really good. So I hope you get a chance to try this lineup. If you're a Snickerdoodle fan, the Snickerdoodle cookie was very good. I think I said that in my video that I had that in. It was super good. I just didn't want to try it again. So I got chocolate chip, and then my daughter said, why didn't you get pink sugar? So the next time they have one that I don't want, I'll get the pink sugar and try that one. But I was most excited about the Boston cream, and it did not let me down. It is by far the best out of this entire lineup. So my suggestion is, if these cookies look good to you, I would go with Boston cream all the way. If you like Snickerdoodle or you like the red velvet, do that. The caramel cake, again, it's okay. I mean, some people may love it. And then, of course, chocolate chip. These were amazing. I'm really having fun doing this series. I really appreciate all the feedback that I get. And I do know that I have had several people, including my daughters, tell me they see the video and then they have to go out and get crumble cookies because I do the video. So I think that that's pretty funny, but it is my intention to lead you in the right direction of the cookies, but us all having different taste buds could make it all different. So this is just my version, in my opinion. I hope that you are enjoying the series. I hope that you subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Hit that notification bell to be notified every time I download a video. I do want to let you know that if this is your first time watching, I do not just do cookie taste testing. This is a once a week series on my channel. So I do the taste testing once a week, and eventually I'll kind of shake it up a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to do the ice cream, and I may try a couple different places. It really just depends on how things go with the lineups and everything. So just so you know, How the Cookie Crumbles is not my only thing I do. I do crafting on a budget, DIYs, shopping hauls. I do baking, cake decorating, and I also do food like appetizers and dishes. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. That is my saying. That's what I say on every one. But I do have a lot of fun doing all these things. So if these are things that you would enjoy, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button to help my channel to grow. It lets YouTube know that there's people out there watching. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, next video, and the next How the Cookie Crumbles. Have a blessed day and a good week. Thank you. If you have already tried this lineup, I'd love for you to leave in the comment section what your favorite cookie was of the week. I'm curious to know. Mine's definitely the Boston cream. The caramel cake cookie, as I said, I gave a 7 out of 10 on this one. The red velvet, I gave an 8 out of 10 on that one. They were both good cookies, just not my favorite. And then, of course, the chocolate chip always gets a 10 out of 10. And that Boston cream pie is a definite 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching.